talk about the no-nos, things that maybe people frown upon, especially in the holistic and toxin-free community, or just people who are moving towards making those changes in their life. Things that people look at and they're like, can't believe you still do that. I'm just here to say, hey, none of us are perfect. Let's talk about the things that we just can't quit. So for me, maybe it's just a food that's worth it for me to treat myself every once in a while, or a beauty product that I haven't found a good substitute for in terms of toxin-free products yet. We're all on a journey. It's fun and freeing to kind of get it out there and say, these are things that I just can't move on from, because there's a lot of power in looking at somebody else's experience and being able to say, oh, me too. So let's do it. We're gonna start big. We're gonna start with my favorite thing. I love you. I'm gonna need a moment. Okay, we're here today with my friend Pizza. I'm sure you know and love pizza almost as much as I do. Here's the thing, I get it. The gluten is inflammatory. Cheese can be inflammatory. Tomatoes can be bad for you if you have autoimmune disorder. There's so many things, but here's the other thing. Cauliflower crust pizza
is not the same.
Grain-free, gluten-free. I've made them all. I've enjoyed them. They're delicious, but they're just not the same. Can I get an amen? I'm not gonna eat it every day, every week. It's typically a once a month kind of treat for me, but it is so worth it. I don't see a time in my life where I'm not gonna eat pizza, guys. And that just has to be okay. And I think it is. Whatever your thing is, pizza, hamburgers, I don't know, it could be anything. Sometimes you just want to treat yourself and enjoy something that gives you joy. Pizza gives me so much joy. I'm not letting it go. No, I love candles too much. People get an essential oil diffuser. It's the same.
Honey, no it's not.
I have one. I use it regularly. I love it. It's not the same. Candles are cozy, they're warming. The reason candles are bad for you is because of the fragrances that they use. And I get it. You can go certain routes. You can go with a soy wax candle, or you can go with more natural fragrances, and that's great. And I do own some of those. But these candles, the smell is stronger, it lasts longer, it spreads farther. It's hard to beat it. I do fall somewhere in the middle. It's not like I have a bunch of Yankee candles. Those are more toxic than what I'm collecting. But it's a candle, and there are certain things that I'm gonna keep around, and until they can make a natural candle that is up to par with these suckers, they're not going anywhere. Wine, cocktails, it's just something that at this point in my life, I'm not phasing out. The way that I grew up, my extended family taught me to appreciate wine. They are collectors of amazing wine, and I have been raised to appreciate it. I've gotten to travel to Italy twice. I've gone to Napa and Sonoma, and I've gotten to taste amazing wines, and it's just something that enhances my life. It makes food better. On top of that, when I turned 21, mixology was becoming a super trendy thing. One of the things I love is to enjoy a good cocktail. So here's the rub. Alcohol is not optimal for your body because it fatigues your liver, and your liver is responsible for removing harmful substances from your body. So if your liver's not doing great, you're really not doing great either. As with anything, moderation is key. I don't drink every day. I don't drink every week. I do other things to aid my liver to encourage it to do well. I drink liver tonics, and I drink teas that are good for my liver, and I exercise moderation. That's just it for now for me. Everybody's different. It's a personal thing. And for me, alcohol is not something I'm really cutting out at this point. It is just a part of my life in a way that is not pervasive, but is something that just I enjoy. And I think even in the studies of people in Mediterranean countries who were they live longer, it must be because they drink wine. Maybe not, but I do think there is something to be said for allowing yourself to enjoy the little things and letting them enhance your life. Those of you who are with me, cheers to you. Those of you who are not drinking, hey, cheers to you. Fragrance has been a hard one for me. I know that it's not great for you. We're talking standard department store counter lines of fragrance. They have known hormone disruptors, and for somebody like me with hormonal imbalances, that's something that I could definitely afford to forego in my life. So here's my problem. I love the way some natural fragrances smell. There's been a lot of progress made in that department, but main issue for me is they don't last very long. Here's my compromise. What I've done is I don't use it as frequently. So if it's a day where I don't need my fragrance to last all day, I can use something that's maybe less toxic but doesn't last as long. So sometimes I use essential oils like vetiver or cedarwood, or sometimes I'll use a non-toxic fragrance that I bought. This is a special fragrance for me. This is what my husband got me on our wedding day, and it carries amazing memories with the scent, and it's really special. So I try to keep it as a special occasion. Here's why it matters to me. Fragrances are something that make me feel put together. If I smell awesome, I feel like I can conquer the world. Does anybody else feel that way? It's just such a nice thing to know that you are a pleasant smelling individual. Nobody's like, oh, so-and-so is here. So it's hard for me to let go of. I'm trying to make concessions, so using essential oils on days when it really doesn't matter that much, or I don't mind, coming back to reapply later, or finding fragrances that maybe aren't completely non-toxic, but they're less toxic. They're out there. Just finding the ways that you can make it work for you. That's what I'm trying to do. Still get enjoyment out of the things that I love. So my final thing is gel manicures. They're freaking awesome. I get it done once a month, and it's worth it for me. I feel like I can be creative through the way that I've gotten my nails done. I have an amazing nail artist who does awesome art and beautiful colors and different textures, and I just not ready to give that up. It makes me feel put together, and I'm somebody who doesn't typically feel very put together, so it's good for me to have something that is always there, helping me feel like I've got it. It depends on where you live, but you can find toxin-free nail salons, and I think if I lived somewhere where there were more, I would absolutely do that. Currently where I live, there's only one, and because there's only one, they can charge whatever they want, and it's just not in my budget. Here's the thing, when it comes to toxin-free living, you can be the person who spends all of your money towards being toxin-free, or during certain seasons, you have to be the person who is selectively non-toxic. Make sure you hear me right. For example, when you're shopping for produce, you could either just be like, I'm gonna buy everything organic, nothing will touch my lips that is not organic. Or you could go off of the Dirty Dozen, which is a list of 12 things that need to be organic. That's kind of how I have to live my life right now, and I think probably how a lot of us have to live our lives, is just picking and choosing. These are things that I can afford to be organic or to be toxin-free. Hopefully, as this becomes more important in our culture, people will be able to offer more affordable options that are toxin-free. But currently, this is the world we live in. So, gel manicures it is. You better believe I'm about to dive into that pizza and finish this glass of wine. I hope that some of you found some encouragement today, so that you could be like, oh yeah, we're all on this journey together, finding things that we can make work, and sometimes finding things that we have yet to make work. We're doing our best. You're doing your best. Cheers to you. Oh, hey, are you still here? I mean, you can go now. Well, I've got you. If you want to do something super sweet, you can give my video a thumbs up, or subscribe. Yeah, so subscribe if you look like you're looking at the screen right now, and then just below, there's a big red button, and it says subscribe. Yeah, that's one. Click it. Click it. You got it. That's the way. Good job. Leave me a comment if you want. Tell me, what are your things? What are your no-nos that you're like, I cannot quit this thing? I want to know. I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know. So yeah, one of these. Likes are great. Subscriptions are awesome. Or just watch the video. Watch another one of my videos. They're out there. You'll find them. Yeah, you got it.